Hey everyone, once again, this is Samir, and I'm here with yet another PMP success story. I have a person, he is joining from Bangladesh. He is a gentleman, smart, brilliant. He has done his PMP recently, in last weeks probably. So let me welcome Mr. Mokhleshur Rahman on the screen. Rahman, very first thing, please brief about yourself.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm Mokhleshur Rahman. I am working in Bangladesh and I am working for the NGO sectors. I have worked in the national NGOs as well as different international NGOs. So almost I have around 10 years of working experience in the NGO sector. After my graduation, I started my career in the NGO sector, and till now I am continuing this profession. Basically, the interesting thing, I am an agriculturist in the broad sense. Agriculturist in the sense, I am a veterinary doctor. I have completed my graduation from an Sylhet Agricultural University of Bangladesh.
Super, you are by profession doctor. So what is the things that has motivated you and triggered you to do the PMP certification?
First, if I will tell you that's my motivation to do the PMP. Though I am a veterinary doctor, from the beginning I was engaged with project management. In that case as program implementation and as well as the program people management, where I was closely engaged with the project initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling and closing. So after 6 to 7 years of my professional career, I came to know that there is a renowned degree for the project management professional, PMP. So I was trying to understand what's the PMP. So at that time, I go inside the curriculum, inside the courses, and found that the course is very much helpful for the project management professional. At the time, I can say that I was sharing, after my PMP passing, one of my colleagues asked me, why have you done the PMP? In that case, I told him that I am a veterinary doctor. So at the same time, there in the rural area, you will find there are people who are also treating the animal. So the difference between that person and me is that I know everything for the treatment of the animal, but a person who have no veterinary, who is no veterinary graduate, he don't know how to treat or how to diagnose the problems for the animal. So that's the difference. I know how a animal disease should be diagnosed and treated, but the people who is a quack doctor, he don't know how to diagnose and exactly treat the animal or livestock. So in that case, I think my PMP certification motivated me in that way. In that case, now I am managing project, but like a quack doctor. So basically, I am taking training from different and different programs, different types of it, but I have no exact what should do step by step and certified doctor. So then I think that PMP could be a certified doctor for me, like veterinary profession. That's motivated me that I should take a certified professional project management degree that will enhance my capacity, my knowledge in terms of project or program implementation, to identify the program risks and alerts. So in my sense or in my view, this makes me more motivated to do the PMP in reality.
All right, thank you so much to let us know that this is something really interesting. I think I'm connecting first time with a doctor who has got PMP certified. You have decided to do PMP, and how did you started it in the beginning?
Yeah, thank you. In that case, I am first grateful to you. Honestly saying, you keep me in the consistent way. So that's very much important, I think, for passing the PMP. Without consistency, it's quite difficult. If I tell you from the beginning. So at the first, I was searching in the Google or YouTube, so from where I can get the different types idea. How can I pass the PMP exam? So in the Google, YouTube, I found lots of documents, lots of video, lots of information. But I think when I found the lots of information, I was sometimes overwhelmed. There are many more documents, many more videos, many more Google links. So in that case, I think from that point, I need to first identify which one should I follow. So if I follow all of them, then I will be overwhelming, and then everything will be my haphazard situation. So from that perspective, I came to know about your WhatsApp group. So that makes me very much competent for the exam. So when I joined your WhatsApp group, and after I have taken your mentorship program, that was very much helpful, because I found that two things very much important. First one, the materials you shared with me. So those are the fixed, the not a large volume. So that was very much helpful for me. So that's if I had a target. If I complete these documents, then I will be prepared for the exam. So in that case, it makes me confident. When I completed these all documents, then I think, okay, now I am in the right way. So I can take myself for the exam. And secondly, the WhatsApp group. So I don't know whether others have WhatsApp group, but the WhatsApp group I joined with you, it makes me consistent in the sense at the beginning, when you provided different types of questions, so I was trying to answer. So at the beginning, my score was very low. So sometimes then I was again practiced, and again I was participated in the WhatsApp group. So in that WhatsApp group, so after day by day, I found that my score is increasing. And in that group, another thing I think was very much important, the clarification or explanation of the answers. Because I am answering questions right or wrong. So when you are clarifying the answer, why it is wrong or right, so that makes me more sense. It helps me a lot for this. And lastly, I will obviously say the consistency is very much important. So someday I was too much busy, but I was totally out of from my mind that I will prepare. I am preparing for the PMP exam. But whenever I got the message that today we have a PMP practice session, so though I was too much busy, though I was on the traveling, so I was participated in that group. So I think if I will not be in that group, so there is a chance I will not take the PMP exam honestly, finally, because it's continuously knocking my mind.
Yes.
I am in the PMP candidate. So it makes a lot in that sense, because in the professional work we're too much busy. So in the busy time, sometimes we're missing that we have to prepare, we have to read, we have to study regularly. So that makes me very much helpful. I'm grateful for you.
Thank you once again. So you very well said, concise, relevant material is something key or tool to pass PMP exam. And that is what I try to deliver. I, along with my team, conducting PMP mock session on WhatsApp free since last 5 years, consistently. You are the proof, you are the witness that sometimes, definitely that is very exceptional case. Sometimes, of course, we take break, but consistently we are conducting PMP mock session on the WhatsApp for our people. That is what bring the difference. Like the very first thing, it helps you to keep engaged in your preparation. Second thing, like as you very well mentioned, it knock your mind. No matter where you are, when you see the announcement, it reminds you that I am preparing for PMP and I have.
It's a gentle reminder.
I have to do it. So there is connection. There is no disconnection. When you are into program, we try to keep you engaged every day, not weekly or once a month.
Yeah.
Every day. Next thing I would like to know for our viewer, that what all materials you have referred in addition to material provided to you, of course roadmap and customized study plan and concise and relevant material was provided to you. So do you want to say anything as per your opinion that people should read PM book 6, PM book 7, Rita or Agile practice guide in addition to the material I provided to you?
Okay, thank you. So honestly, if I say that the materials, this is basically the PM box 6 and 7 and Rita, and I think those materials, and additionally you has provided some notes to me, and I think for the passing PMP exam, the most important thing is to be clear about the concept. So if I am clear about the concept of different things, then to pass it's enough. So in that case, I don't use any other materials. Basically, the materials you provided, I make a short note. So I had a small khata, I mean notebook. So in that notebook, I used for two purpose. One is for the book I am reading, and from that the key points I wrote in my notebook. And secondly, the regular exam or when I participated in the WhatsApp group. So in that case, if I found anything that I took note from this, and I took note from that clarification or discussion, that in that case I have to take notice. So I think these are enough for passing the PMP exam. So yes, those makes my concept clear about the PMP questions. So I don't need any other things, and basically I was not interested to take any others books like to be overwhelming, so that I am not getting overwhelming. So that's why I don't use any other extra materials.
Very well said, that if more materials overwhelm you, can exhaust you. So it's very important, if you have started your PMP journey and if you are doing self-preparation, so one of the best tips from Rahman here you guys can take, that go with relevant and concise material so that you feel it still simple and doable. Otherwise, if you are collecting thousands of materials, you'll just keep it for years and you'll never finish and you'll never go for exam.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Second thing we want to know, Rahman, from you, what was your approach for solving PMP scenario question? Because this is something 70 to 80% people struggle with solving PMP scenario question. So what was your approach to solve PMP scenario question? Would you like to share with the people?
From my PMP exam experience, if I say that scenario-based questions, so I found that maximum questions were scenario-based questions during my exam, and yes, I remember maybe I got just maybe highest 5 questions that was directly from the book. But almost 95% questions were scenario based. So in that case, the first thing I was tried to be cool mind. Before the exam night, I was take full sleep. Even after morning, my exam was from 2 p.m. Even I was in the sleep up to 10 a.m. morning, because I think that the first thing I need to cool my brain. So without cooling, if I be excited or other things, then it makes haphazard. So during the exam session, so I took first I took the questions into 3 parts. So I have targeted that the first 60 questions I will complete it within 80 to 90 minutes. And like this, I was just break down my exam. That was basically suggestions from you before that. You have to break down your time with the questions. So that was helpful in that time. So I was just understand the questions, and at the same time I was trying to link with the PM book and the PMP concept, PMI concept, rather than my practical experience. So in that case, so I was linked with the concept, and that makes me help basically the concept. So if I'm clear about the concept, then just I linked that with my questions. So for example, I would like to share n questions. So there is an agile types questions. So in that questions, they are saying that if you have a staff, so you are trying to improving him several times, but he didn't care you, or he didn't then what will you do? So in that case, first our PMI concept says that first we need to understand what the root cause of the problem. So in that case, I found that at first I have to understand what is the root cause of the problem rather than administrative action or termination of the staff. So in that case, I found this first I have to know the root cause of the problem. So I think the PMI concept, PMI always try to understand the root cause rather than treatment of the symptoms. So that's the more important, to find out the root cause for different types of problems. So like this, I was trying to connect the questions with the root cause. Where is the root cause? This is the for example. So there are different types of example you may find.
Super. Moving forward, like time management, I have seen many people fail because they don't attempt all questions. Okay, so did you apply any time management?
Yeah, I found that during the first 60 questions, I took around 85 to 90 minutes. So in the later, I was in the rush. So though I was in the rush, I found that after a certain time, my mindset was adjusted with the exam. So I found that at the beginning, it takes more time for me to understand the questions. But when time was passing and it was near the end, so I mean in the closing time, or it pressured me. So, but though it pressured me, but I was cool and I answered the 100% questions. So I think it's also very much important to answer the 100% questions. So because as we don't have here negative marks, so if we miss one question, then we are missing a lot, I think. So I think we need to break down the 180 questions, how much questions I will answer, how much time. So that time could be 1 or 2 minutes, either but if we fixed the time, the first 60 minutes, first 60 questions I will answer within this time. So that will make more helpful for a candidate, whether I am in the tracking or behind the tracking. Otherwise, it could be dangerous for time management.
Okay, super. I would like to take your last opinion about PMP, about PMP certification, and any suggestions, any recommendation, any tips, any mantra for future PMP aspirants.
Thank you. So I think the first thing to pass the PMP, I need to be regular. So it could be like previously I shared, like a WhatsApp group or anything. I think if I fixed a time that even if 1 hour, so if I think I will study even every 1 hour each day, then we should have to maintain. Otherwise, it would be difficult, because as a professional, some days we found 2 days official busy days, so I'll not be able to read PMP books. Or whether today there are some relatives in my house today, so I'll not be read to the PM book. Or whether today is my friend's event, or whether today is my child's birthday, or whether today is my birthday or a spouse birthday. There are lots of days. So I think whether we have any types of activities or any types of, but we have to be consistent in each day, regular. So either it could be 30 minutes or 1 hour, but must be I have to be regular. So without regular, it would be difficult. In another thing, I found that most interestingly, the questions or answer I was read in a long time ago. So ultimately, I have forgotten that. And after a certain time, I have forgotten that, and I need to read those again and again, those materials. So I think first I have to be consistent. Secondly, I think we don't need to take long time for passing the PMP exam, like 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year. Honestly, I am that thing I read 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I have totally forgotten because lots of questions and I just understood the concept. So if my concept is clear, then I am ready to sit in the PMP exam. And thirdly, I obviously said obviously I have to practice the questions. It could be reading materials, it could be like WhatsApp group, anywhere. So without knowing the pattern of questions, it's difficult to pass the PMP exam. So I think I need to read or understand the PMP exam. And secondly, I will suggest that when we do Google or YouTube, we'll find lots of materials. So if you go with those materials, obviously you will be overwhelmed, and there is a chance you are misguided, because you will find there are free materials. I was previously found some free materials, but those materials will not always help you. So I think we should go for the relevant and reliable source of materials, because without reliable source, it's difficult for passing the PMP exam. So from my small knowledge, I think this should flow for passing the PMP exam.
Really, you have indicated very important point here. Let me summarize to the people. The very first key point here from Rahman is consistency. Consistency is key to success. We all know it, but we don't follow it. Though he has started his journey 1 year or 2 years back, and this is what a learning he is sharing, that do not target your PMP in 1 year or 2 years. Make it as short as possible time period. Ideally, what I advise to my mentees who come to me for PMP certification, that target your PMP within 30 days and maximum 45 days. It is doable, it is achievable. 99% people who has came to my mentorship program, they have done their PMP in 45 days. So on that ground, I do tell people that it is doable. Do not target PMP in 6 months or 1 year. That was your second point. Third point is practicing questions. Practicing questions will be helping you to know what type of questions you can get in the exam, how to approach it. Different question will give you different scenario and different options, different types of approach. So as much as questions you will practice, you will close to your PMP certification. And at last, also you have mentioned that
relevant materials.
Yes. Do not exhaust yourself in free available thousands of material on social media. So only collect relevant, concise, short material that should be enough for your PMP preparation. Thank you so much, Rahman. If you haven't subscribed this channel, then subscribe, because we keep bringing success story like we have today. So definitely this is going to add value to your PMP preparation, and that will bring success to you. Thank you so much.